Welcome to the very first episode of This Week in Golf, where every Monday we break down everything that happened in the biggest tournament of the week. And what a week it was. Scottie Scheffler forgot his belt before the opening round. He came within one birdie of making PGA Tour history. Viktor Hovland refused to back down. We witnessed one of the craziest meltdowns of the season. A rain delay pushed the tournament into Monday, and it all ended in a dramatic playoff. Let's dive into one unforgettable week at the Travelers Championship. Thursday, Scottie comes out swinging. Believe it or not, one of the biggest stories before the tournament even started had nothing to do with golf. Scottie Scheffler accidentally left his belt at home. Fortunately, his good friend Sam Burns came to the rescue before the round. Belt or no belt, Scottie looked like the best player on the planet. He opened the tournament with a bogey-free 64, making 6 birdies while hitting nearly every fairway and green. The world number one looked completely in control, but the best was still to come. Friday, 1 birdie away from history. Friday belonged to Scottie Scheffler. He was hitting fairways, dialing in approach shots, making putts from everywhere. As he reached the final 2 holes, he needed just 1 more birdie to shoot 59, a score that only a handful of players in PGA Tour history have ever achieved. The golf world held its breath, but the birdie never came. Pars on his final 2 holes left him with a remarkable 10 under 60. It wasn't history, but it was still one of the greatest rounds of the entire season. Scottie entered the weekend looking unstoppable. Saturday, Viktor Hovland answers. Championships aren't won on Friday, and Viktor Hovland made sure everyone remembered that. Starting the day 2 shots behind Scottie, Hovland came out firing with 3 early birdies. The 2 stars traded incredible shots all afternoon. Neither player wanted to blink. Then came the 18th hole. Hovland rolled in a clutch birdie putt. Moments later, Scottie 3-putted for bogey. Just like that, a 2-shot swing gave Viktor Hovland a 1-shot lead heading into Championship Sunday. For the first time all week, Scottie was chasing. Sunday, chaos at the Travelers. Sunday had everything: birdies, pressure, packed grandstands, and then the weather arrived. Heavy rain forced officials to suspend play, leaving thousands of fans wondering if the tournament would even finish. When play resumed late in the day, Scottie faced an 8-foot par putt on the final hole. Miss it, and the tournament was over. He buried it. The pressure shifted back to Hovland, who narrowly missed a birdie that would have won the tournament outright. Instead, both players finished tied at 21 under. For the first time this week, the Travelers Championship would need a Monday playoff. The everyone was talking about while Scottie and Viktor battled for the title. Another story completely took over social media. JT Poston experienced every golfer's nightmare on the 13th hole. After a perfect drive, everything unraveled. A buried bunker lie, a pitch into the water, penalty drop, another chip, back into the water, another drop, another ball in the water. 3 penalty drops later, Poston walked off the hole with an unbelievable 12. Even the best golfers in the world can have days they'd rather forget. And a huge thank you to one of our viewers for requesting that breakdown. I love bringing your ideas into these videos, so keep the suggestions coming. Monday, 1 hole for the championship. Monday morning, 1 hole, 2 players, 1 trophy. Scottie Scheffler and Viktor Hovland returned to the 18th hole for a sudden death playoff. Scottie hit a beautiful approach close to the pin. The pressure was on Hovland. He answered with an even better shot, stuffing his approach inside 7 feet. Then came the moment that decided the tournament. Hovland calmly rolled in the birdie putt. Now all eyes turned to Scottie. He needed to make a 4-footer to extend the playoff. The putt slid just past the edge, and with that, Viktor Hovland captured the Travelers Championship, his first victory of the season, his 8th PGA Tour title, and one of the biggest wins of his career. Final thoughts. This tournament had everything: historic scoring, an unforgettable comeback, one of the wildest holes of the season, a rain delay, a Monday playoff, and an incredible champion. Congratulations to Viktor Hovland on an unforgettable victory. If you enjoyed this first episode of This Week in Golf, hit that like button, subscribe to Golf News and Drama, and turn on notifications. Every Monday, we'll break down the biggest stories from the PGA Tour, LIV Golf, YouTube Golf, equipment news, and everything happening across the golf world. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Andrew, and I'll see you next week for another episode of This Week in Golf.